Good evening. We are coming live to you from Kenyatta University Communications Center right here at Kenyatta University. Trust you're doing well. We have so much in store for you tonight, including all that is happening in KEMSA about the bipartisan talks, the Finance Bill 2023-2024, and that will be in our interview later on in the broadcast. Let's first of all take a look at our highlights. DPP Nordin Haji to be the next Director General in the Apologies for that, but worry not, because we have those stories that have been hitting the headlines right here for you. My name is ODIDA. Sign language interpreter this night is Evans ODIHIAMBO. Let's get started. Now, President William Ruto has emphasized integrity and vigilance within government ministries and departments at the 5th cabinet meeting that was held today in State House, Nairobi. Ruto has issued a stern warning against corruption and wastage in the provision of services to the people. The president asked his cabinet to honor the responsibility to the constitution and the people.
In the 5th cabinet meeting since the Kenya Kwanza government came to power, President William Ruto has called upon cabinet secretaries to honor their responsibility to the constitution and the people. The president has also warned them not to engage in corruption and wastage of public resources. The cabinet has resolved on a number of issues, including the adjustment of the number of board members in Kenya Power. The cabinet has further agreed to restructure the balance sheet of Kenya Power in order to restore profitability. The cabinet has further agreed on the construction of 100 large dams, 1,000 medium dams, and 3,000 small dams in order to ensure availability of adequate water in the country. The cabinet has further affirmed the restocking of livestock to aid recovery among impoverished households in arid regions. The implementation of drought risk reduction strategies has also been strengthened in order to ensure sustainable natural resource management. The Memorandum of Understanding has also been approved between the Government of Kenya and the World Health Organization that will pave way for the establishment of a regional emergency hub in Nairobi. Joseph Kess, KUTV.
Now, the Azimio and Kenya Kwanza 14-member bipartisan committee has agreed that the bipartisan talks will follow the hybrid route, whereby both the parliamentary and the extra-parliamentary options will be used with no exemption. The committee, led by co-chairs Tharaka Nithi, Member of Parliament George Muragura, and his counterpart, the Member of Parliament Otiende Amolo, met yesterday, where they made those deliberations.
Bipartisan committee has now set on to follow the hybrid route option, which will involve the parliamentary and extra-parliamentary option. The hybrid option came into place after the Azimio and Kenya Kwanza bipartisan committee agreed to use both the options in conducting the talks. During a press briefing today, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition leader Raila Odinga has expressed his concerns on the bipartisan talks, saying that the team representing Azimio has informed him that the negotiation process is progressing well.
Received a progress report from our team, and they're saying that they have made some progress. They're going to continue next week. There are issues which are very critical, which we gave a deadline of 30 days.
In a meeting that took place at the Bomas of Kenya a week ago, Rarienda Member of Parliament Otiende Amolo saying that the committee had ruled out the executive order option, which gave the president the mandate to coordinate the talks.
The framework agreement is the basic document that defines how we operate, what we cover, and all those other issues. We have unanimously agreed that we cannot be established or go ahead on the basis of an executive order.
The committee has also released a framework agreement report that will define how the bipartisan committee agreement operates, how it will work, and what it will cover. Some of the agreement made and coordinated in the framework agreement report include composition of the committee, formalization of the committee, protection of consensus, rules of procedure, dispute resolution, adjournment, suspension and dissolution of the talk, public participation, among others. The bipartisan committee has a timeline of 60 days to conduct a dialogue and find solutions of the preliminary issues tabled by both Azimio and Kenya Kwanza. James Morekimanda, KUTV.
At least 5 people are feared dead and several injured after trucks transporting gumboots fell from the Kondele Bypass Highway flyover onto a tuk-tuk in Kisumu County. A woman and her child are among those that have been killed in today's evening accident. The tuk-tuk driver also died on the spot. Police and witnesses said there were likely more people trapped under the lorry wreckage. This comes just hours after a similar incident involving a lorry and a tuk-tuk in Kwakazuri area along the Kilifi-Malindi Highway claimed 3 lives, leaving 3 others admitted at the Kilifi County Referral Hospital in critical condition. Detectives from the homicide unit today resumed the exhumation of bodies in the Shakahola forest that had been suspended on Saturday for 2 days after 21 bodies were exhumed. Today, 10 more bodies have been exhumed, rising the death toll to 211. Coast Regional Boss Rhoda Onyancha said 3 male adults were rescued from the forest in critical conditions and they were rushed to Malindi Sub-County Hospital.
10 more bodies have been exhumed today in Shakahola as homicide detectives resumed the exhumation exercise after 2 days of inactivity. A total of 211 bodies have so far been recovered, with the number expected to rise. According to the Coastal Regional Commissioner Rhoda Onyancha, 610 people have been reported missing at the Kilifi Tracing Center. 3 people were also rescued in critical condition. This comes as another 9 people, including children, were rescued on Sunday during a police operation in the forest. The total number of rescued individuals stands at 84. 27 suspects have so far been arrested in relation to the Kalt Lake region after 1 more person was arrested on Sunday during the rescue operation. Post-mortem investigation has revealed that the victims of the Shakahola cult died due to various reasons, including strangulation and starvation. This even as the government continues to insist that it will get to the bottom of what happened in Shakahola. Yvonne Kemuma, KUTV.
Palm prices will nearly transgress the 200 Kenya shillings per litre mark if Parliament approves the proposal by President William Ruto's administration to double value-added tax VAT on fuel to 16%. However, according to the head of state, the overtaxing on fuel has been balanced by removing the Railway Development Levy and Import Declaration Fee. Edward Nyamu breaks it down for us tonight.
An analysis by KUTV shows that a litre of super will rise to shillings 196.21, an increase of shillings 13.51 after additional taxes, while diesel will increase by shillings 12.40 to 180.88 if lawmakers adopted the proposal in the financial bill to double VAT to 16%. To sum up, it is projected that the VAT collection will double to an estimated shillings 128.98 billion annually, or 10.7 billion per month. The collection, however, will have to depend on fuel consumption and global prices of crude oil. Currently, Kenyans are paying shillings 182.70 per litre of super, shillings 168.40 for diesel, while a litre of kerosene cost shillings 161.13, the highest in Kenya since the state started regulating pump prices. Currently, the Kenya Revenue Authority KRA is raising an estimate of shillings 64.5 billion from VAT on diesel, super and kerosene based on the official monthly consumption data from the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority. However, according to oil marketers, the net finance cost after taking into account interest income on assets such as bank deposit rose to shillings 353 million from shillings 67 million and was attributable to the high working capital requirements. The rise in fuel prices as well as the weakening of the Kenya shillings has significantly raised the cash oil marketer need to buy the commodities, promoting some of the large players to bridge the deficit through borrowings. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
Thank you, Nyamu, for that report. Now, in President William Ruto's new appointments on Tuesday, the Director of Public Prosecution, Nordin Haji, has been nominated for the appointment as the Director General of the National Intelligence Service. In a statement signed by the Head of Public Service and Chief of Staff, Felix Koskei, Haji would return to the NIS after a 6-year tenure as the DPP. Before his role, he served as a Deputy Director of the Counter-Organized Crime Unit within the National Intelligence Service. Haji, upon confirmation, will succeed Major General retired Philip Washira Kameru, who is set to proceed on retirement. The President, however, did not nominate Haji's immediate replacement as DPP. Moving on, Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya coalition, has today held a press briefing in Nairobi where they presented concerns on the high cost of living. Led by the coalition leader Raila Odinga, the alliance has highlighted key issues that contribute to the high cost of living among Kenyans amid an unstable economy. Azimio has called for reforms and prompt actions from the government to lower the cost of living and for it to stabilize the economy, citing overtaxation and proposed finance bill as burden to Kenyans. The coalition also expressed concerns on the state of cash flow and the weakening of Kenyan currency, corruption, and has further called for equal representation. In a bid to resolve procurement issues at the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, KEMSA, President William Ruto fired the Principal Secretary of the State Department for Public Health and Professional Standards, Dr. Josephine Mburu. The change of guard in KEMSA comes days after the President promised to deal with the organization after the 3.7 billion shillings malaria program scandal. In a public notice dated 15th May 2023, the Cabinet Secretary for Health, Susan Nakumicha, also reconstituted the KEMSA board and appointed new members. And as Ruth Wanjiru reports, Kenyans have also aired their opinions on the clean-out.
She was sworn into office. The Principal Secretary of the State Department of Public Health and Professional Standard, Dr. Josephine Mburu, becomes the first high-ranking government official to be kicked out of office.
Of the latest, we are overwhelmed.
Her termination follows a public notice by President William Ruto, which stated that her appointment as the Principal Secretary has been terminated, as well as the revocation of all members of the KEMSA board. According to the public notice, the Cabinet Secretary for Health, Susan Nakumicha, has also suspended KEMSA CEO Terry Ramadhani, Martin Wamwea, Lenson Kariuki, Pauline Duya, Livingstone Juguna, and Charles Kariuki Chege, who served under the Ministry of Health National Malaria Program, and also Justus Kinoti, Cosmas Rotich, and Anthony Chege, who served under KEMSA. The newly appointed members include Irungu Nyakera as the chairperson of the KEMSA board, Andrew Mutava as the new acting CEO for KEMSA, and also Hesbon Oyeko, Bernard Kipkirui, Jane Masinga, and Jane Nyagatori Mbatia as the new members of the board. Following the reconstruction of KEMSA, a section of Kenyans have shared their views on President Ruto's step to fight corruption. Dennis Odera, a Nairobi resident, states that there are alternative ways to fight corruption.
Fighting corruption, it is to sit down with the board and then mnaangalia shida iko wapi na nini kinafanyika, kwa sababu hata kama tuseme tutasaka hao watu alafu tuajiri wengine, bado hao wenye wanakuja watafuata ule mwenendo tu.
According to Edward Githaiga and Lai Oyugi, the step by the president is a sign that his government is ready to deal with corrupt officials in the government.
Fighting corruption, it is to sit down with the board and then mnaangalia shida iko wapi na nini kinafanyika, kwa sababu hata kama tuseme tutasaka hao watu alafu tuajiri wengine, bado hao wenye wanakuja watafuata ule mwenendo tu.
Was a good move, to say the least, because the PS is supposed to be aware. He's the person, or she is the person, who is supposed to be accountable for any transaction or any financial transactions that happen within KEMSA, or any parastatal, as KEMSA is one. So she's supposed to be held liable.
This happens days after President William Ruto promised to deal with KEMSA challenges, which have continued to make headlines over corruption and mismanagement. However, opposition leader Raila Odinga today called out the president for executing rules meant for the Ministry of Health. Ruth Wanjiru, KUTV TV.
All right, 20 minutes past the top of the hour last to take our very fast short break at this point. Of course, we are coming back with more stories, so stay with us.
We are all seeing the impacts of climate change. In Kenya, for example, the frequency of the floods is becoming more and worse. The amount of people and livestock we are losing.
The level we need to go is a level where the normal mwananchi and also the government stakeholders can uptake these solutions.
Those small acts multiplied by millions of us will help make a difference in the world at the end of the day.
It's just a slight behavior change that we need, and you'll find that it serves us a bit more than you put in. And that's the goal. We want to live a better world than we found, because at the rate we are going, it's dire.
We will secure the planet for future generations.
Welcome to Children's Corner. Welcome to Children's Corner. Children's Corner.
Technology, science, innovation, ICT and research. These are the ingredients upon which the solutions to the 21st century problems are founded. In a world that is rapidly changing, it's all hands on deck to ensure a balance in all fields of life. Women, young and old, are also in the front line, breaking the glass ceiling, becoming thought leaders in the larger tech space. Not forgetting other societies marginalized. And when the tech Avengers come together, we inch closer to a much safer, efficient, and sustainable world. What we view as a norm in today's advanced world was just an idea, and for nostalgic reasons, we trace back to the iconic days to bring you the Retro Tech. On Tech Innovation Show, we encapsulate all the pillars of the fourth industrial revolution, decoded in a language, all for one for all. Every Monday at 8:30 as we push the mantra, keep learning something new each and every day. Only on KUTV, a new experience.
Lola is an app that gives you a chance to watch videos, listen to audios, and read articles wherever you are for free. Motivational stories, dramas, campus life, technology, lifestyle, adventure, sports, academics, jobs, entertainment, and more. Download Lola now on Play Store. All you need, you got Lola.
To the Church O'Clock Show. I'm your host, Esther Becky.
And my name is DJ Teros.
We start you off with a word of prayer and get you started with a live transformational worship experience. And have our minds renewed by the word of God on the word segment.
And not forgetting new music za hii wiki, yani ndakuwa bado nawapatia pale wasanii wamekuwa kiwakali. So make sure manzo umetune in because zitakuwa zina flow pia pale mixes kwa wingi, yani zitakuwa zina come through, and pia performance yani from our gospel artist hapa on Gospel Art
from 7 to
10 a.m. only on KUTV.
KUTV, kipindi kinachokuza utamaduni wa kipwani. Nataka uone moja kwa moja jinsi shamba linavyolindwa huku katika miji kenda.
Nalaya mimera yangu, umumu ndani mwangu muna maembe, muna migazija, muna masere.
Kiapo hiki huwa anaweka kwa madhumuni ya kulinda dhidi ya wezi wasiweze kuingia kuiba mihogo ama maembe yake.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Welcome to Children's Corner. Welcome to
Children's Corner.
Children's
Corner.
Director, are we okay? All right, thank you so much. Now, let's get with the bulletin. Now, Maendeleo ya Wanawake organization has challenged men to play an active role in eradication of female genital mutilation, that is FGM, and other harmful cultural practices such as child marriage. The organization national chairperson Rahab Mwikali says it is imperative to actively involve men in challenging social norms and stereotypes that continue to perpetuate FGM.
Maendeleo ya Wanawake National Chairperson Rahab Mwikali has said that it is imperative to actively involve men in challenging social norms and stereotypes that continue to perpetuate female genital mutilation. Mwikali was speaking in Embu during a meeting with the organization grassroots leaders from 7 counties. She says that involving men in the campaigns is one way of moving towards a society free from FGM.
Kwa hivyo tunawaomba wazazi wetu hapa Embu, nikiongea niko nyumbani, wa mama wetu wa young girls, tusipeleke watoto kwa mila kama hii.
The chairperson has also stated that the practice has no place in the 21st century and that some health workers still carried on with the retrogressive practice under the guise of healthcare, which is a worrying development.
Hii ni kitu haisaidii mtoto in the 21st century. It is evil and it is painful for the girl who goes through this. Kwa hivyo sisi tunaomba kama Maendeleo wanaume watusaidie kwa hii vita.
Embu Governor Cecily Mbarile has said that FGM is still rife in some parts of the county and that it is being carried out in high secrecy, especially during school holidays, to give girls time to heal before schools reopen.
And that if you are caught, you should know that the minimum number of years you'll spend in jail is 5 years. The law is very, very stringent on this matter.
Embu County Administration has hence declared that it will mount an anti-FGM campaign through grassroots activism, and perpetrators will face the full force of the law. Celestine Wandia, KUTV.
Right now, in the world of sports, 4 players are set to make their debuts for Kenya Lioness at the Women's Rugby Africa Cup Championship, which is expected to kick off on May 20th to 28th in the capital, Antananarivo, Madagascar. According to head coach Denise Mwanja, players Lewin Mwevesi, Prof Valentine Atieno, Bakro Helen Anyango, and fullback Frecia Oduor will have their debut international caps. Kenya Lionesses will depart the country on Thursday and will open up their quest against Madagascar on May 20th before proceeding to play against South Africa and Cameroon respectively. The winners of the African Cup will qualify for the 2025 Women's Rugby World Cup seat for England. Commonwealth Games 100 meters champion Ferdinand Omanyala has vowed to win the Rabat Diamond League set for May 28 this year. The 100 meters African champion will compete in a star-studded field that includes world champion Fred Kelly of USA, Olympic champion Marcel Jacobs of Italy, world bronze medalist Travion Bromell and Johan Blake of Jamaica. On Saturday, Omanyala retained his 100 meters Kip Keino Classic title at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, in 9 minutes 84 seconds, and has said the best is yet to come this year.